since '88 Jack described today. I mean, is that a fair point?
Yes, I think all the championship matches.
Championship
matches are important. I think it's particularly difficult for teams at home. You have to win your home matches, or feel you have to, and it's always more difficult to score goals than to stop teams scoring.
But there is a lot of pressure today, isn't there?
I think there is, yes, because I think that expectations are high. The Poles have been underestimated psychologically by all of us. They have the points. I think it's a difficult match for us.
Are you confident?
I'm not confident, no. I think if we win, it'll be the spirit of the side. An awful lot depends on how much the Poles have in the tank.
John?
I'd be quite confident, Bill. I don't think the Poles have that much in the tank, really. They've had a couple of good results against Turkey, but if I was betting today, I would put money.
They're supposedly bad travellers as well. However, we'll see. We'll see what happens. We'll travel now to George Hamilton at Lansdowne Road.
And warm welcome on a chilly enough afternoon despite the sunshine. The men of the moment take their places on the red carpet, awaiting the arrival of Uachtar na hÉireann, Mrs. Mary Robinson. The atmosphere very much as expected, but as you can see and as you've been hearing, around that red carpet there's a considerable amount of sand. And that's an indication of the breeze. It's an unusual breeze for Lansdowne Road, blowing in from left to right from the north. Now the presidential salute. Yes, the breeze blowing in from left to right as we will look when the game is on, which is not the prevailing quarter at all as far as the Lansdowne Road wind is concerned, blowing from the Havelock Square end, and could be a problem if, as we expect, a lot of the game is played in the air because the pitch is somewhat bumpy. The Polish team now being presented to the president by their captain, Ryszard Tarasiewicz, one of 7 foreign-based players in the Polish lineup. It's a team the Poles have chosen that shows 4 changes from the one which beat Turkey by that margin of 3-0 in Warsaw, which is perhaps not surprising given that they're a little concerned about what may come to pass in Dublin with Niall Quinn's aerial prowess. They've changed things around a bit. They've brought in defenders. They've had to forgo their tricky winger Jobert, who's injured. They've replaced him with Kurtok from Hamburg, a tricky little striker who has been among the international goals, 80 scored and 27 internationals. And the rest is defenders all the way. Kevin Moran captaining Ireland for the 10th time, and only once has he lost, and that in Spain, the away match in Seville, a 2-0 defeat in the month of November 1987, on the way, as it turned out, to Germany and Euro '88. And as I'm sure you're well aware now, the Irish team, the 11 who start, exactly the same as the 11 who began the game at Wembley on the 27th of March. And what a night that was. Obviously expectations exceedingly high today because of what happened on that occasion. Well, both young and old can enjoy this game. It's a great atmosphere always at Lansdowne Road. Now the Polish national anthem. Now, Aaron Levine. almost upon us. And the flags wave, and the crowd cheers, and the Irish make their way to the Lansdowne Road Terrace. And as always, on occasions such as this, McCool, the Irish mascot, makes his entrance as well. I can't imagine he's going to give any credit to John Aldridge, who wears the real number 10 shirt. Here, just to confirm it for you, is the Irish lineup, the same as the one that began against England at Wembley at the end of March. And we'll be looking to Niall Quinn to add to his tally of 7 international goals. Niall Quinn, of course, established himself as a regular centre forward in the Dutch match of the World Cup in Sicily. In the 8 internationals, including that one, he scored 5 goals. He is certainly a striker in form when you consider his 20 this season for Manchester City in the First Division in England. The Polish lineup, we told you about 4 changes in it, and we will assume that they'll play with 5 across the back. Numbers 5, 8 and 11, Soszyński, Czachowski and Szewczyk. Furtok will be the lone striker with 4 in the midfield. And that's Piotr Czachowski of Legia Warsaw, played in both matches against Manchester United in the semi-final of the European Cup Winners' Cup. Roman Szewczyk of Katowice is a tall stopper, and we must assume that his inclusion is to counteract the threat posed by 7-goal Niall Quinn. Well, he said it wasn't really a difficult selection to make this one. How could he change a team that had won at Wembley? Mick McCarthy obviously disappointed, but he is one of the 5 on the Irish bench this afternoon. The others being Tony Cascarino, John Sheridan, Bernie Slavin, and obviously the reserve goalkeeper, Jerry Payton. This is Furtok, Jan Furtok, who plays his football in the Bundesliga with Hamburg. Furtok has scored 8 international goals in 27 internationals. The Irish side being captained, as we were saying, for the 10th time by Kevin Moran, now, of course, of Blackburn Rovers, and partnered at the back for Ireland today. Kevin Moran, who celebrated his 35th birthday on Monday, partnered by David O'Leary, who is 33 tomorrow. For this match, John Blankenstein. His whistle sounds and we're on in bright sunshine at Lansdowne Road, and Ireland playing right to left into the breeze in the first half. 3 is Jakolczewicz, and the goalkeeper, the regular for Poland nowadays with Panathinaikos in Greece, Józef Wańczyk. Kubicki. Pumped forward by Soszyński. And Moran putting the ball out of play and into touch with the first throw. The wind in the first half obviously behind the Poles, and they've won their first corner. Rebounded from Steve Staunton, who had the misfortune at Wembley to see Lee Dixon's shot rebound off his knee and pass Pat Bonner into the Irish net. But of course we all know how the Irish rallied after that. Bonner with some organisation to do, and Tarasiewicz, Polish captain, to take the corner. That was Czachowski, and that's Pat Bonner's first goal kick. Piotr Czachowski, one of just 4 Polish-based players in the lineup. He, like Kubicki, the right back with Legia Warsaw. Now it'll be interesting to see just what happens here with this goal kick, bearing in mind the strength of the wind that's blowing into the face of Pat Bonner. Didn't do badly, did he? Of Czachowski. Soszyński, the tall blonde, delegated the task of marking Niall Quinn. Ray Houghton. Irwin trying the cross. Very nearly reached O'Leary. Now Fortok against Staunton. One back by Irwin. And Houghton once more, delivering the cross towards Quinn, headed away by Saczynski. Job completed by Warzyka. And here's Robert Warzyka once again, the Everton winger, playing in a very deep role here. Very strong breeze, as you can see, and a very strong challenge as well, that has left the Polish defender Saczynski on the ground. Kevin Sheedy making his mark. And this was the moment that Sheedy made Saczynski measure his leg.
So we please work as quickly as you possibly can. Thank you.
And here now comes the free kick. Cut out by Staunton. Sheedy. Kubicki beaten in the air by Aldridge. Saczynski. And that was Moran's challenge. Now Townsend. Warzyka and the Irish midfield fairly biting in. Andy Townsend falling foul of the referee there. Chelsea man injured in the 7-1 defeat by Nottingham Forest and hasn't played since, but reassured Jack Charlton of his readiness for battle here. Polish free kick, floated in by Tarasiewicz, headed away by McGrath. Now Sheedy, battling the breeze, and Kubicki. And he's won himself the free kick, which Stephen Staunton will take. For John Aldridge, here's Quinn, back towards Aldridge. Govcik, the covering player, and played across by Aldridge once more. Carried away from Quinn and then cleared gratefully out of play and out of the danger zone by Poland. So O'Leary now. Aldridge firmly challenged. And now Fortok. Warzyka. Tarasiewicz. Warzyka, goal kick. That's Robert Warzyka of Everton. 4 goals in just 9 appearances for them. And operating almost directly in opposition to Kevin Sheedy, his clubmate this afternoon. The bow round sounds, and the chant is Ireland. Quinn. And a Polish throw. 6 minutes have been played, no goals at Lansdowne Road. Easy for Irwin. Quinn, Houghton, and Aldridge. Nicely laid off for Dennis Irwin. Seeking Townsend, headed away by Jakolczewicz. Now come for Staunton. And now for Kubicki. Warzyka. Kubicki in the overlap. That's a good run. Fortok is in the middle for him, the only one. And Bonner happy to see it sail away. An adventurous break that by Poland. Kubicki, the Legia Warsaw captain, and Robert Warzyka is a former teammate there, combining well. Staunton caught for pace on that occasion. And although the cross posed a threat, there was really only one man in the middle, which is perhaps the most significant thing about it. Great length in that clearance, on by Quinn to Aldridge. Aldridge denied by Vanchik. First chance of the match. And the good old Irish 1-2 from Niall Quinn from Packy Bonner, and a good save. Aldridge getting in behind the defenders, and the goalkeeper had spread himself well. And once again, Quinn's brilliant header on, and Aldridge very, very nearly getting through. And while that was occurring up the other end, so Ireland were winning themselves a goal kick, not having defended as astutely as Kevin Moran might have wished. Aldridge underneath this. Here comes Townsend, and hurdling John Aldridge in the way. Now Sheeny, who controlled it well. Go towards Quinn. Showed good control with his feet, but Shakovsky managed to get it away, but then a mistake by Orban, and it's Ray Houghton. Quinn once more. Just behind Houghton, but here's Irwin. Headed away by Jakolcevic. Throw to Ireland. Good stuff. Irwin's throw. Houghton for Irwin to cross. Aldridge has gone up and made the contact, and still might get in there. Just couldn't wind up on the shot, and eventually tidied up by Jakolcevic. But John Aldridge again, proving the main thorn in the side of the poles. Determination, really, the root of all this. The other end, it's hooked up, and O'Leary to knock it back to Packy Bonner. Well, believe it or not, the fame of this Republic of Ireland team has reached Australia. Those initials, Republic of Ireland Soccer Supporters Club of Australia. 15 of them have come all the way from their autumn to be part of this occasion in Lansdowne Road today. Townsend. Bonner with a crisp and clear shout made it his. Bounce beat Barjika. Now it's Staunton. And the challenge from Kubicki. Staunton with the cross. Quinn wheeling away from his marker, who's 5. 5 being Saczynski, and 10 being Orban. Now it's Shakovsky. Kotok. O'Leary was fouling him there. Well, that there wasn't really any doubt. Taken by Dubčík, won by Staunton. And Townsend showing determination to win it, and Houghton's made a good run. And Ray Houghton's in behind the defenseman, Vanchik to beat. And yet again, the goalkeeper comes to the rescue, on this occasion at the expense of a corner. But what a great ball from Andy Townsend, and what a superb run by Ray Houghton, who's involved again. Here's his cross. Headed away by Barjika. Irwin on Fortok. Now Houghton again. The pitch not doing him any favours. Here's Kevin Sheedy. Up goes Moran. And Quinn handled on the line in the net, but the whistle had gone for the challenge on the goalkeeper Vanchik. So here we go. From the wing. In went Moran on the goalkeeper, and Quinn, and finally put in the net by Aldridge. Meanwhile, just before that, that brilliant run by Ray Houghton. which led to it all, but that in fact, we're having another look at the same incident, which was handled in the